Hey ladies and gents, it's Jacko the Ripper, and today we're back from another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to Kratos vs. Asura Death Battle. Now, before we begin, I would like to say that one of my friends, before this episode came out, that he told me that Death Battle announced their next matchup after this one at MagFest, and I told him to not tell me what it is. And told him to give me some hints. And okay, I'm just saying and multiple times in a sentence. And I guessed Ghost Rider versus Spawn. I'm not even joking. I'll throw a message up on screen, messages up on the screen so that way it proves that I cast that vote. And in the end, to those who saw the episode before this video, you know. And I just got back from Anime Gaming Con, and that video will be uploaded like later this week or maybe tomorrow. Just make sure to come back. Alright, let's get started. Who will win? Another battle between dads. I heard that the animation will be 9 minutes long. Oh wait, I already mentioned that in my last video. Fuck. Oh yeah.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the beginning, the Primordials waged war across existence, a series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang.
From Sito's death,
the creation of the world, or the universe.
The stars were spawned, and so forth. Thus, the world itself was born from violence.
Yeah.
Starting a whole messy cycle. Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own son,
Kratos!
As a classic bastard child of Zeus, Kratos was left among Spartan mortals.
Selfish gods. Yeah, okay, yeah.
He became a fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Ares, destroy these guys, kicking my ass, and my life is yours. A deal was made, and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the ghost of Sparta.
So he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new god of war. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new god of war took out his rage on all of them. And got some new gear out of it too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos dominated both sea and sky. He also has a tendency to carry...
Jesus Christ, that's a lot in his arsenal. Holy fuck. I'm curious if the Medusa head would work on Asura. But only one way to find out if he's able to break out of it or resist it at least.
Powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades could steal souls, even the soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos, nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the Titan of strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light.
That's fast.
Frankly incomprehensible feat.
Then there's Daddy Zeus.
Proved a serious challenge until Kratos
Shang Tsung looking ass.
His ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus.
It can make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It siphons.
No shit! It's a sword!
On.
Okay, good. We're still recording. Good.
Like father, like son.
Oh my god. The like father, like son thing.
Across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable. Non-stop killing and sex and even more killing.
Okay, alright.
He couldn't be any more depressed.
His wife and daughter were still gone. What was he to do?
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Yep.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook.
I mean, yeah,
Especially after Faye
being a dad is hard.
died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it!
Like, I understand how it feels.
But hey, it wasn't Kratos' fault this time. And Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan axe.
The boy.
The whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos.
The boy.
Leviathan axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's imbued with ice magic and a poison even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Asura.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now
Damn.
he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself.
Dang.
Seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic, and Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can
Oh.
absorb all types of energy and blast it
All
back.
types?
He
Oh,
has
shit.
relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he
Damn.
contested with the strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Yep.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor.
Oh my god.
I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the world tree, which is like a literal
world
tree
tree.
that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest
Yeah.
to free the Norse world, Kratos reclaimed old weapons by reckoning with his past sins, even taking up the Blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the
That's
boy
nice.
is a man, also a bear.
Kratos made a
The
lifetime of
boy
mistakes.
is a
This future
man.
would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past. Not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With
Don't care.
Robin Hood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a demigod fell from the
Okay. Okay, let's just. Yeah, there you go.
Long ago, a demigod fell from the heavens, only to rise from the depths of Naraka after 12,000 years.
After 12,000
Power
years,
Rangers
he's
reference.
free to punch everything dumb enough to get in his way. He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Alongside 7 other demigod generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma. Dark
Put him in Mars Capcom.
Demigods battled the Goma by wielding a mystic energy.
Honestly, he would be pretty cool for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mantra.
By advancing technology with Mantra, the Guardian Generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness Mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was
Okay.
melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping
Pretty
into
obvious,
his
eh?
wrath, Asura can take many forms for battle, like the 6-armed Vajra, a state powerful enough to subdue the embodiment of the planet's will and the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
But he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course,
Yeah.
since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy
Yeah,
of
he's
Asura's would be
just that
stupid
angry.
enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right?
Hmm.
Right?
Funny you should say that.
God damn it.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil.
Yeah.
Just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra,
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge Mantra energy.
which gave Asura's prideful commander, Deus, an
Yeah.
idea. If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian Generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife,
That's
kidnapped Mithra,
pretty much
and
fucked up.
Killed him. What a dick.
But true to his nature, Asura was literally too angry to die.
Yep.
So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between life and death. Thanks to some coaxing from a strange golden spider,
Yeah.
he did just that.
I have arachnophobia.
All new
For those who don't know.
purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay.
That music
Oh,
is.
yeah. They're calling themselves gods now. Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up.
Pretty
So
fucked
Asura
up.
Got really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen.
Who could dwarf the planet and wreck it with just a finger. Look at this.
Asura is so powerful, his soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his fist to break steel, fire explosive energy blasts.
And headbutt you so hard you
Resurrection?
die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode,
Damn.
he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's
Yeah.
the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid. Like
Yeah.
that one dad that knocks out a ref at a little league game.
And then the gods killed that girl too. along
That's
with her
fucked
whole
up.
Village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well,
Yeah.
Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets.
Yeah,
What do you
you're-
think was gonna happen?
Yet even in berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high even he couldn't contain it, scorching
Jeez.
him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again, just in time for Asura to hit his former boss
Like
with
that
some-
fist bump reference to, or no, it was made a reference by Gogeta vs Vegito. Fun fact, like Death Battle did that probably because this is their most wanted matchup, which is most likely. I could see why.
much mantra that he burst, then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to
Jeez.
1,000 arms.
Jesus Christ!
Form. Finally, a power capable of killing Vlitra in a big planet-busting blast.
Deus was defeated and Gaia was saved. Yet, Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop.
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra and the entire universe.
Oh,
And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it. That thing can literally
Dang.
hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter the mantra reactor. Capable of holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword. for
pretty fucked
tyranny,
up.
When that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet. Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars.
Chakravartin was understandably impressed and offered Asura
Let's see here. After, damn.
a chance to take his place. Asura
Fought
smiled at
Akuma.
the offer and extended his arm.
Right into Chakra's face,
Ha!
as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds.
Yeah,
Instead,
no.
He literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin dead, so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to
Oh my
smash
God,
from
Street
Sun,
Fighter
a
reference.
meteor, or Ryu,
That's nice.
right in the balls.
It's interesting.
Right in the
years
balls
of
is crazy.
uncontrolled Anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to
Shut
save
up.
everything, all because of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay. Now that's a god I can get behind. This
Alright. Skip to the fight animation. Yep. It's gonna be long as fuck. I hope I enjoy it. Let's get this started.
time for a death battle!
Okay, before I start it, I don't know. Both are really impressive. Both have very impressive feats. I'm gonna give it to Asura. I don't know. I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, soundtrack's pretty good so far. Or I mean, it just started, so. So no, whatever that was in the beginning, correct? Or maybe that's oh. Okay, what the hell? Mithra. Okay, what?
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But not for long. You do not want this fight.
Voice acting is good. Christopher Guerrero. Christopher Guerrero is pretty good so far. Damn. Same for the new guy who voiced Kratos. Damn. Damn, that scream is just... Wow. Oh my god.
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before.
Oh.
Shut up! Very well.
Dang. I know bro has multiple weapons, but would that be enough to kill Asura? Oh, the 1,000 hands. Oh. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
This is not my end!
Oh. The Really? His final. What? Really? That. How long has it been? Oh my god! Of course you're gonna do the Asura's Wrath reference. Of fucking course. Like what Wizen did. Oh.
Death has not heard me yet, Titan!
Jesus Christ.
But you deserve a worthy end!
Oh. That's not it, right?
You are a monster no longer. I never was.
Oh yeah, it's so or is Is that really the end? Really? Hold on. How? Really? Like, I thought it was not... Devil Artemis did confirm that it'll be 9 minutes. Oh well, at least it's longer than 4 minutes.
Well, I guess Asura's wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is
But
how
damn
it
it.
go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance, speed seems like a shoe-in for Asura. Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos
Yeah.
saw through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial
Yeah.
shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
Yeah.
But what does speed matter if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived across centuries, obviously a lot longer than Kratos.
Oh yeah,
Kratos
certainly.
eventually learned to control his rage. Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura easily takes experience. But when it comes to versatility, he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure, Asura's quite skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons,
Yeah,
magic,
yeah.
runes,
I can
relics,
see
and
why
even
that's
his
an issue
rage
for
gave him
Asura.
far more options in combat, slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energies. Like mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all his mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could, Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do. If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Jesus
Extremely
Christ.
impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
Let's hear it.
We know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined, which we see
Oh.
in the game.
Even if
Oh,
the
okay,
history
that
of the
I could
realms
see.
is
Yeah,
only
that
1%
makes sort of
solid,
sense.
a
Yeah,
significant low
even though I have not
ball
played God of
scale
War,
above.
so
Shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
jeez.
Almost 100 times greater than Chakravartin's
Yep.
destruction.
Yep,
And
certainly.
this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos.
Yeah.
Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
Yep.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us
Oh.
Asura's Wrath 2, we'll try this again. Asura's The Sun Rises. The
Oh,
God
shut
of
up.
Wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
But what if?
Oh, alternate ending. Hold up. This is pretty neat, actually. Oh, damn. It would have been better if his head exploded, but oh well. I'll take it what it was. Because it is a death bow after all. I assume this is Kratos in heaven or something like that. I don't know. Someone can correct me.
Concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end.
Ha!
Next time
That's
on
crazy.
Death Battle.
And there it is. The matchup I actually called.
Subscribe and join us.
I'm genuinely pretty excited for this episode, knowing this is one of my wanted episodes. And it's part of my dream season, so yeah, there's that. Alright, my thoughts on the episode. It's pretty good. Not perfect, you know. I might have to give it a few rewatches so I can judge it fairly. Alright. And so with that, come back tomorrow or somewhere this week for the Trailblazer Expo video. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.